Hi guys, welcome back to another explore. Today we're visiting a mental asylum or a lunatic asylum in Scotland, and this place was built in 1781. So I'm actually here with a friend today, and we'll take a walk around and have a look and see what we can find. I very much doubt we'll get access to this one because there is security on site, but we'll have a look and see what we can find. This would have been the workshop, obviously where repairs were done for everything. We'll fall over here. Obviously where the mechanics and things were, and I'm sure out the back there is that other one which would have been over here, would be where the buses with the square wheels were. But as you can see, it is very well sealed up. It's nice, like old style buildings. You're gonna have to excuse the sun today. I don't have a filter for my lens. I'm gonna fall on my backside. Here we go. Now this would have been one huge site back in its day, and it was a fully working hospital. You can obviously tell there's been buildings over here. What's left of them have been knocked down, and like I said, it must have been one hell of a big building. Well, obviously there's asbestos danger here, and I don't have a mask with me today, so I really don't want to take any risks in entering any property. And also I'm at that stage now where I cannot have a criminal record for doing anything for a job I'm going for. There's George. As you can tell guys, they've sort of kind of sealed this place up now. There's not a lot of areas you can actually get into. They've put more and more fences on, and they've actually increased the CCTV footage. So this camera is actually all over the place. So we're going to take a wee walk down here and see how close we can get to some of the buildings. I do know there is probably still some accessible bits that haven't been sealed up, so we'll try and get a wee viewing of them, and hopefully we get something out of it. It's a bit of a shame really. Like I said, the sun's sort of in my way today, because where we are. It just lets you see how sort of old and how big this place is. Look at that. Not like a block of flats in a hospital building, but it's certainly nice enough to see. And usually if you bump into a local here, they usually give a bit of history on the place. But vandals again, smashing windows. This was an old block for, I believe, this was like an office block where they done like where all the files were held. But they have sealed it up. They've increased the CCTV on the site, and there's motion detector sensors on site as well. But we'll have a look around and we'll see. Like I said, it's really nice and sunny today. Over here would have been the old ambulance station, and also these were wards as well. So you can see where the old ambulance stores were. Some of the things are sealed up quite tight now, but we'll certainly still get a proper look around. Always makes that place a wee bit more interesting if you can get at least access to one of the buildings. But we do have our torches just in case. Right, so these buildings have all been sealed up due to asbestos being inside them. I do have photographs from here last year, from when I came, when we could get access to the buildings. But we were just speaking to the security guard there, and he was actually telling us that building work is going to commence. Building work commences in December, actually this month, at the end of the month it will begin. This was the old hydrotherapy unit, quite a big, really big building, and I will, near the end of the video, put up the pictures of the insides of the buildings I had managed to get inside, so you can see what was available here. But like I said, the security guy was really nice. He's going to leave us alone and just allow us to get on with doing our vlog and doing our photographs and things. And we'll have a wee wander around the site and let you see. We do have another site to go to. Hopefully we get enough daylight left to do that, and we might get access to that one. But as you can see, that's a big building. Now we'll head on to the next bit. This is the back of Carnegie House. I'll put some photos up of what it was like inside, especially some of the features that were inside, and let you see at the end of the vlog. This site is a huge site. It's totally massive, and this will be one of my longest vlogs, unfortunately, guys and girls. And we'll have a wee wander around the site. We've still got to do the main building, so we'll have a walk up by the main building after we've done here. Right, so this is the front of Carnegie House. As you can see, a nice big old grand building. Now, as I said, they started doing work inside here to make offices into it for the architects and things, where they're going to have meeting rooms. There's always that one thing, is where vandalism. Vandals always get into places and they smash windows and they ruin things, and there's no need for it, because this is history. This is history in itself. It looks like there's been a grand staircase inside there. Right, so this is the main building, guys. As you can see, an exceptionally big building. Now, it's a huge place. It's the fact you've still got the curtains up there in the windows. Tell folks it's actually really sunny today, really cold. Yeah, I think it's a garden cottage or something it's called. So can you imagine just staying in there? I know people who were patients here, and probably people who have stayed here. It was also, they didn't just deal with mental health patients, or as it being a lunatic asylum and things, but they did also deal with alcoholics here and people with acute illnesses. So it was closed down in 1999 and sort of lay derelict ever since. And It's currently owned by a company called Pert Bruce Construction, who are the chaps who are going to change this into accommodation. It starts with the beginning of December of affordable housing getting built on the site, as they have to do that before they start renovating the rest of the building. But the place is very sealed up. It's got lots of security cameras and lots of motion sensors in place now, because of the amount of traffic that's been coming through here. And whether the hole appears in the wall, it will be sealed up immediately. But that tree is like a creepy willow, sort of more commonly known as a twisted willow or a contorted willow. And just the desolate of the trees around about, it just makes it absolutely fantastic to see. It's really, really spooky looking. But if you can imagine being a patient here and walking up these steps, getting dragged up the steps, straight jacket on, past the spooky tree, look at that, nice contorted wall, and then getting taken up here. Or your ambulance coming in along the road there, you're walking up, or getting dragged up with your straight jacket on. And it's quite interesting to see it in this condition. Really interesting. Although I'd like to see it with intact windows. And it's nice to see blue skies in Scotland, but it is absolutely freezing today. My hands are really cold with the camera. I'll head off and do another bit. I thought I'd take you a bit of a closer look at the big house. We're just deciding on that, just to see if we could get the stick up even higher so we can maybe get a look in. But as you can tell, there is signs all over the windows here to say that there is sensors in place. But obviously the lower section here would have been the bottom rooms here would all be all that. I'm going to see if I can get a closer look at some. There's actually a way up the side here, so let's see. You can get a look in there. Not much to see though. You'll have to excuse me, I do actually have a bit of cold. I've had a cold coming on for a wee while now. So downstairs would have been the boiler room probably. Right. It's very hard to see in some of the bits, so I'm not that tall. See that, guys? There are still curtains in there. So that's also a ward of some kind. These are all wards. With shutters on the inside of the windows. Look at this. Well, we went around the side to see if we could find something, but there's nothing really that much. But if you look at this, I'll zoom in a wee bit here, look, you still see the curtains on the window inside. And there's something creepy about that. And even more creepy that we found, notice this one here, where the curtains are actually hanging out the window. And they're closed. So somebody's still sleeping in there, I think.
It's me.
It's me. Yeah, still got the blinds. I've got a slight short memory when it comes to things. I think I said it closed in 1999. I think it was actually 2010 it closed, or 2009. And obviously, hit the bathroom. Somebody's thrown a sink out the window and it looks like they've been throwing it from up there. Probably one of the loonies. So these are like rebuilding from the outskirts of the thing. This is a garden house thing. So we've got quite a nice wee entrance there. So this would have been a loading bay for trolleys or for wheelchairs. Maybe with nutters coming down like George sitting on there and being in restraints. Obviously somebody out walking their dog here. Pictures. This would have been a toilet, I think. Yeah, probably a toilet. And then you've got I got a big tall. Not actually that tall. You can see, guys, there's still lots of curtains inside some of the windows, and on this one, very hard to see. Like I said, I've got the sun here today. Blue wallpaper, blue paint on the walls. Lovely colours for being in the asylum. Right, there we go. The view's right across the North Sea here. Obviously, we'll be able to get some wee sort of internal shots so I can see through windows because the windows are broken. But it's quite a creepy place. The chap that was speaking to, the security guy that was speaking to, was actually telling us he patrols this through the night. 2 o'clock in the morning, he's forever finding ghost hunters here with their torches and the blippy blip blip things, and I think it's really funny that he's constantly chasing people off site. Look at that. Wood pan one across the walls. You can tell some vandals have got near Dundee USC. You can tell I like to climb, but I was a bit too close to my wrist there for the last. Another thing here, a bit lower down from me actually this time. Stairways. Look at that. Not taking to that room now. This one's not so super up. Look at the wood panelling on the doors. The old radiators. And the flooring. Look at the flooring. Tiles on the floor. Some of these used to have like yeah, we'll go from here, one of our buildings, and then we'll be calling it a day at this place and probably heading on to the other location that we're going to go and do. So this would have been the old kitchen area, or washroom. Very, very stripped out inside as you find. But it's really surprising to actually see still the windows sort of broken or this. But have a closer look at these. Yeah, that would be probably washers or kitchen equipment. It looks like a kitchen rather than anything else. But yeah, we'll head on and we'll see what else we can find. Onwards and upwards to the next parts of the building. It's really nice, these fall colours. I love that tree.
That tree's nice, isn't it?
So apparently the Asylum was founded by Susan Carnegie in 1871, but the building was actually built in 1857 by the sounds of things. But we're heading off to do this other wee bit. So there's a memorial stone here for, like, obviously people from the war, and really nice old security guard we've been speaking to has actually told us that all the people who obviously before the war, people who didn't have any families and nobody to look after them, especially when they were dying and they died, were all placed in a mass grave on the site. So I don't know when they start to excavate this place they're actually going to come across things, but we're obviously starting. This is up the side of the main building, and George is singing to himself. Well, he's talking to himself, like I do now and again. But this is obviously one of the other awards. Apparently this one will be getting kept as well and renovated into houses. But it's always those creepy wee things when you're at places like this. As you can tell, lots of security fences have been erected since the last time we were here. There's always finding these wee benches lying about the place. That's a new sign anyway. That's been a new one put up. But these wee benches just rotting away and make a really, really nice black and white picture, I think. Up here and start having a look. In fact, this is the other building. This one's getting saved as well. birds flying about all over the place and grabbing the drill out of George. There you go, but old fire escapes. Funnily enough, they've all got cages on the bottom. They haven't removed the bottom section, so obviously because they're still going to reuse them or rebuild new ones there. Obviously because this is an external one and not an internal one, we're going to have to try and find an internal one to do. I will be out tomorrow with for Jericho, hopefully, if he gets back to me, and we'll see if we can find another couple of locations for you. I know I do have a couple of possible ones, and hopefully we can get out and do it. You touched the screen, didn't you? And you go like that. Oh, security guard walking past with a chair. Yeah. Probably somebody's tried to use it to climb through one of the buildings. Yeah. It is pretty bitter today, guys. Really bitter. It was -1 when I left this morning, and there was frost on the ground, and there's still a wee bit of frost on the ground, and it must be sitting about 3 degrees just now, which is exceptionally cold. And that's degrees centigrade for my American friends that are on, or my American viewers. 3 degrees centigrade, so yeah, I don't know what that works out in Fahrenheit, but it's always cold in Scotland. So as you can tell, my research wasn't very good on this one because this was a last minute decision to come to, so I didn't fully research it. But if you look up Sunnyside Asylum or Sunnyside Hospital, Montrose in Scotland, on Wikipedia or on Google, you will get all the information you require about this place. But it's been an interesting day. I'll see a wee house up there, a wee lodge house, which looks really nice. I think that's where the security guard is, but there's obviously, this place has been sealed up really quite tightly, and they are making efforts to stop people entering the buildings with extended security on site, which is always a good thing, because I'd love to see these places getting preserved. So, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and I'll be back with another one very soon, another explore. So, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, ping the bell, look for future explores, and share it to your friends. We'll always have something coming up. I generally do about 3 or 4 a week. So, thanks for watching.